speed of efflux or speed of fluid outflow. First we will consider when the container is closed at the top. Consider a tank. This is a tank containing liquid with a small hole at a height y1 from the bottom. This is the bottom of the tank. Suppose the density of liquid is equal to rho and pressure of air above the liquid at a height y1, let us say equal to P. Here the pressure is equal to P at the top, and the velocity of the liquid in area A1 here, let us say equal to V1, and the velocity of liquid at the top, that is in area A2, here it is equal to V2. So consider a tank containing liquid with a small hole at a height y1 from the bottom, density of liquid rho, pressure of air above the liquid at height y2, that is equal to P, velocity of liquid in area A1 equal to V1, and velocity of liquid in area A2 equal to V2. So applying equation of continuity, A1 V1 will be equal to A2 V2. So V2 will be equal to A1 V1 divided by A2. So if area A2 is very large as compared to the area A1, then the velocity of liquid at the top will be zero, nearly zero. That is, the fluid at the top is at rest. So remember, if this area A1 is very small as compared to this area A2, then the velocity on the top of the liquid here, it will be nearly equal to 0. Now we will apply Bernoulli's equation to the point A1, to the point 1 and to the point 2. According to Bernoulli's equation, the pressure plus the kinetic energy per unit mass plus the kinetic energy per unit volume plus the potential energy per unit volume remains constant. That means the three energies, that is the pressure, kinetic energy per unit volume plus the potential energy per unit volume here will be equal to here. So at the point 1, the pressure is the atmospheric pressure, that is PA, plus the kinetic energy per unit volume, that is equal to half rho V1 square, because at 1 the velocity is V1 and the potential energy per unit volume, that is equal to rho G Y1. So this is the total energy at the point 1. That will be equal to the total energy at the point 2. The pressure at the point 2 is equal to P, and the kinetic energy per unit volume is equal to 0, because we have proved that the velocity at the top equal to 0. So the kinetic energy per unit volume will be equal to 0, and the potential energy per unit volume will be equal to rho G Y2. And if you simplify this Bernoulli's equation, then you take this half rho V1 square to this side and this one to right hand side, and you simplify it, so that you will get V1 will be equal to 2GH plus 2 into P minus PA divided by rho. And here you have to compute Y2 minus Y1, that is equal to H. You see in this figure, this is Y2 and this is your Y1, and Y2 minus Y1 is equal to H. So you see, this is your equation 2. And in equation 2 you have two terms. One is your 2GH, another one is your 2 into P minus PA divided by rho. So if P is very greater than PA, that is the applied pressure is very large in comparison to the atmospheric pressure, then 2gh will be neglected or ignored. So if 2gh will be ignored, then V1 will depend upon P, because if you neglect PA, since P is very large than PA, you neglect PA and you also ignore 2gh. So rho is constant. So the velocity or speed of efflux V1 will depend upon the container pressure P. So you have to remember that if P is very greater than PA, the speed of efflux or speed of flow, speed of fluid outflow depends upon the container pressure P, and this happens in rocket propulsion. In case of rocket propulsion, the speed of efflux or speed of fluid outflow depends upon the container pressure P. Next we will discuss case 2, that is Torricelli's law, that is if the tank is open to the atmosphere. So if this tank is open to the atmosphere, that means this top is open, then P2, which is equal to P, this will be your atmospheric pressure PA. If this is open to the atmosphere, then this pressure will be equal to the atmospheric pressure. So now look to this equation 2. If P equal to PA, that means P equal to the atmospheric pressure, this term will be equal to 0. If this term will be equal to 0, then V1 will be equal to square root of 2gh. So remember, if the tank is open to the atmosphere, P equal to PA, and V1, that is the speed of efflux, will be equal to square root of 2gh. And this is the speed of freely falling body. In case of freely falling body, the speed is equal to square root of 2gh. So in this case also, V1, that is the speed of efflux, is equal, or the speed of the fluid outflow will this equation resembles the speed of freely falling body. That means the fluid flow freely.